Yo, Culture Confederates, happy Monday. So we have this flooding in Texas, and of course, this thing has gone political. Al Sharpton's chimed in. You know it's gone political when Al Sharpton chimes in. Other people in the media. And they're blaming what happened at this Camp Mystic, which was apparently a Christian camp for young women, young girls. As of now, according to the Houston Chronicle, they're saying up to 59 people dead, including 21 children. So tragedy all around. But they did issue they're blaming this on Doge cuts. Blaming this on Trump again. Now, if it were me, because they did give a forecast ahead of time, like 15 hours in advance, saying there'd be about 8 to maybe 10 inches of rain, possibly some flash flooding. And apparently where this camp is at, it's on the Guadalupe River, or maybe in this basin. I live in an area where we're by the river. So anytime you're down by a river, you have the possibility of flooding. And apparently this river was pretty dry, but within 45 minutes, it rose to 26 feet. So I don't think you can predict something like that. But if it were me, I would have immediately evacuated these campsites once you found out that they were talking 8 to possibly 10 inches of rain, and especially in a place like Texas. Now, I'm not putting any blame on one particular person here. Don't misunderstand me. I'm just saying if it were me, that's what I would have done, just to take it as a precaution, or take the precaution, rather, to make sure everybody was okay, or to avoid that type of situation. So this happened in Kerr County, which is part of Texas Hill Country, in the town of Kerrville. But a little history behind the camp. It opened in 1932. Well, probably it opened in 1926, and it suffered a flood in 1932. I'm doing this in one take. I got to get ready for work here soon. Now, in 1932, there was a flash flood, and that washed away several cabins, but there were no fatalities at the time. Then between 1943 and 1945, the camp paused its operations and was used as an R&R facility for soldiers during the war. And this was in two six-week sessions. Trying to wake up here. But I don't think you can blame this on Doge cuts. I think this was just a freak natural or weather event. But interestingly enough, back in the in the late 2000s, 2010s, there apparently was some type of family feud with the camp leadership at this camp. And I was trying to find reviews on this campsite. So they've been in operation for a long time. And I found one review which gave it a 1 star. There was about 4 reviews I could find. Never even heard of the place. But there were 4 reviews I could find. 3 of them were positive. One apparently was some type of local guide, and they gave it a 1 star, and they said the place wasn't well maintained. I don't know. Don't use it as your most reliable source of info here. But that's just the reviews that were out there about this. But looking at the photos of this, it seems like maybe over the past couple years, it wasn't as well maintained as it could have been, possibly. And maybe there should have been some reinforcements with this. But again, this is by the river, an area like that. You're going to have floods. You're going to have natural disasters that happen. So, I don't know. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Just a quick video from Monday. It is a tragedy. Of course, our thoughts and prayers go out to the families that were affected by this. This was apparently a Christian camp, non-denominational Christian camp. But just looking at the pictures of this, it looks like this was an older building, somewhat probably out of date. I mean, just my observation. But, you know, who knows? I mean, could you have avoided this? No, that's a 50-50 chance, probably, that you'd be able to avoid something like this. But if it were me again, I probably would have gotten out of there ahead of time. But I think these people were just caught unawares. And when you have rain falling like that and the river rising within 45 minutes, you know, you don't have a lot of time to get people out. You just don't. So we can't be making this political. And it gets tiresome after a while that people try to make something like this political. So you really can't blame Doge for this. You really can't blame the forecasters. I mean, we've come a long way since the days of, you know, there's a storm coming. So that's just my 2 thoughts on this. Again, tell me what you think in the comments section below. Another one-take video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, I don't use any fancy graphics, epic soundtracks, pretty boy camera angles, nothing like that. So what you see is what you get. And thank you again for watching and subscribing. So I'll catch you next time. God bless this thing called the United States, and I'll see you Wednesday. Take care.